March 5th, 2026, 4 p.m. I just took a video with my iPad. It takes a long time to load recently, like days. So I'll show you here that I'm loading a video on my iPad. Just started March 5th. 1% at 4:14 p.m. March 5th at I am Wade Heineman. Just started loading the video. It's like 9 or 10 minutes long. So I'm now recording one on my phone. This is my phone. And this one will be for youtube.com/@symbol IAMWADEHEINEMAN. These are both my accounts. x.com/WADES2ND. In case someone else is logging into my accounts, they have no authorization to do so. Arrest them immediately. They're criminal frauds. And my envelope with my newest paid off deeds from Oak Tree Properties was stolen. So I have several deeds that I paid off, up to 10 of them, that the criminals stole the package with the deeds that I paid off. I want those people arrested if they've shown proof that they have them. They're mine. They stole them out of my vehicle. So go get them, arrest them. 10 years minimum prison sentence for those people, whoever they are. They have no connection to me. I'm Wade Allen Heineman, 54 years old, 6'1", green eyes, not blue, not worked for anyone since 2018. I've never had anybody that worked for me. I've never hired anyone, never had an employee. It was indicated again, x.com/WADES2ND is me. The only business I have is my properties, and I'm going to lose half of those in a few days probably because I can't make my land contract payments due to loan bias. I've not been able to get a loan, despite I had, when I started applying, a 779 credit score, and I had 90 to 95% equity in all my properties and 100% equity in half of them, and I still was not able to secure a loan quickly, and so now I may lose half my properties unless I can somehow get funding in the next few days. So that's the position I'm in due to the frauds roasting me with energy attacks for over a year now and disabling me, so I couldn't get work done on my properties, and my legs are still healing. At this point, they have not hit me much at all in the last month with energy attacks. There was a few days they did in that time, but for the most part, they have not been hitting me with energy attacks. But my legs were so roasted from 2025 that it's taken this long to start to heal. That's the situation. I'm 54 years old. Wade Allen Heineman. I have many valuable stones. Again, here is the one that I've shown many times, and this is a UV light. You can see it glows blue on the inside. That means it's a diamond. So it's a diamond meteorite. It's heavier than quartz, way heavier than quartz. It has specific gravity of about 3.5, which diamonds do. And it's also has thermal conductivity of between 900 and 2,000. It's closer to 2,000. And then there's this one over here. Same thing. You can see it glows yellow with just regular. And then if you switch to the UV, I think it's 379 or 399, 300, something like that. NM nanometers. But you can see it glows blue. You can see it better in person, but you can still see that it's glowing blue. Anyway, it's harder to see on these cheap phones and such, but again, March 5th at 4 p.m. You can see I'm in my father's shed here. You see like the old tractor and the planter ahead of it there. See if I can aim my beam a little bit more. Focus there. That's the planter box there. And in the center is the front doors toward V68. And as I was saying on the other video, my battery on my vehicle is drained again. Since about 18 or 2019, I could park somewhere between then. I could park when I park in front of this shed, they can drain the battery in my vehicle. So I've suspected that they've tunneled under this property from the gravel quarry to the north, which is less than it's about a half mile. So it's easy for them to tunnel that far. And as I said before, Elon Musk has a tunneling company called the Boring Company, which in 2018 to 2019, I documented on my X account. They were tunneling or doing something from the gravel quarry all night long, 2018 and 2019. So I suspected somebody was tunneling under here since then, and that has been a great increase since then on how they can drain the batteries of my vehicle, hit me with energy attacks, roast me with energy attacks, and such. So I will now show my hand, which I have to put my flashlight in my mouth in order to show my hand here. So there's my 10.7 inch hand, and I'll switch this to my X count here real quick. Switching to my X count takes a little while sometimes. Not usually this long. There it goes. And now you can see that weighed second. And if I hit the post, I can post on it. That weighed second. Two slit experiment stuff. Israel's specialty is dirty tricks. Have you noticed how joyful they get when they get away with a dirty trick? The dancing Israelis on 9/11 documented by the FBI, the pager bombs that mutilated children's faces, list goes on and on. They're talking about Israel doing false flags in other countries by hitting other countries with missiles so that they can try and blame Iran. And it's also speculated that they might do the same thing in the USA now, like they did, something like 9/11 again. So that's just my last post on here, the most recent post on here. I guess Trump said, if the Prime Minister of Norway had given me the Nobel Prize, our submarines wouldn't have had to sink Iranian ships. I guess he said that today, which is, I can't believe a president said that. That's very embarrassing. And this was also, is indicated, there's lies or staged lies. I'm a sex offender. And it seems that they get, images that I look at on X confused with reality. So these two have an 18 plus account, meaning it's an adult sexual account. I have not been to it, but they have one, so I know they're 18. They're over 18. They're adults. These are the younger looking ones some of the younger looking ones that I replied to. I replied to all ages of females, but this one says, I think I look pretty average. She's 19 by her bio, and she gets prompted to my ex very often, so I'll reply to her. I said she's above average. Just she seems to be insecure recently, so that's what I said. This one is 20. She says, I think I look pretty average. And then I said, no, your level's above average or something. And you can see here, it shows that she is 20 years old. Vivian is 20 plus years old. So these are some of the younger ones that I replied to, and that's why I showed them, because they're not underage, and it's indicated like I'm with some of these people that I'm seeing images of on X in real life. No, I'm just viewing them on X, and I've never tried to meet any of them. I've never met any of them. I've not had any sexual contact since 2017, and I've never tried to meet them or, human traffic anyone. I would never do that. In fact, many times since 2020, I have tried to raise awareness for human trafficking. I think it's the worst thing, one of the worst things someone could do to someone, and I would never do that to anyone. I would also never traffic guns or drugs, which has been indicated. Never had anything to do with drugs. Any of that's thrown out. I've never been charged with any crimes. It's just all these indications, and it seems like they're trying to keep me digitally incarcerated when I did nothing wrong. So I'm clearing my name again today. I did nothing wrong. I'm innocent, and I'm free to go. And that's the way it is. And this says it's at 5% loaded right now. But if I switch from being on YouTube, it'll slow down to not loading. So if I go away from this YouTube account and go to my X account, it'll slow to not loading at all on my iPad. So sometimes it takes days, and a lot of times it will still be reading 0 at this point with the iPad. It's done that for the last several months now. Loaded really, really slowly. There's my Epiphone X Lante. My coat's gray fleece, and I'm sure they've staged lies with similar coats already. I mean, this is what the criminal, pathetic lie stagers do, is stage lies. So that is the diamond meteorite. Never been in the military, never been married. I am 54 years old, 6'1", green eyes, Wade Allen Heineman. Always lived in Iowa, not been outside Iowa in months. Not had any friendships since 2016, whatever their stage lies. I've never had any association with a gay guy. I would never be intimate or sexual with a male or have a relationship with a male in any way. Never have, never will, whatever their stage lies are. Why do I have to repeat this again? They should be criminals incarcerated in prison for whatever their stage lies and criminality, thievery they've done. I would never be with a male. End of story. Okay? I hate having to repeat it. It's why I get angry and start calling them the F word for gays, because I'm so tired of repeating the same things over and over again as these people destroy my life with their lies, and I get tortured because of them. I'm not transgender. I am a male. I was born with a penis and testicles, 11/4/71, in Iowa. I still have them, 8 to 9 inches erect, 3 to 6 when I'm not. I have no association with anyone. All my photos have always been me when I post them on my social media. Those are all me. There is not a second person. I don't want to have to repeat myself, and they cannot take a picture of themselves and come up with my image, because my features on my face do not look like them, including the neighbor to the south. What's his name again? Just posted about him. Justin. He's thinner than me, and my old photos of myself from 2020 might look more like him in a thin way. But that's the only way. All my facial features are mine. He does not look like me. Those are all my photos on all my accounts. I don't want to have to say this again. Never been in the military, never been married, not been on a plane or jet since 2011, not known anybody that rode a motorcycle since 2005. Anyone that rode a motorcycle and claims any connection to me since 2005 is a criminal, thieving piece of dog shit, and they deserve 25 years prison plus now. I want them in prison. All the guys that rode motorcycles and claim any connection to me since 2005, they got to go to prison. And if they've stolen any valuable stones, it's a major felony for each one because they're very valuable stones, and they've stolen hundreds or thousands of them by now since March of 2024. Those are my parents and my stones. They're my parents owning them. I have them legally until they're sold, and I get 50%. I'm entitled to 50% of the value of the sale value of those stones. I have legal possession of my parents' stones until that time, until they are sold, and I have not tried to sell one online yet. I said I'm taking bids on my X account, not gotten one yet, not had an Etsy account ever, so anyone portraying me having an Etsy account, arrest them immediately. I'm Wade Allen Heineman, 54 years old, and this will be for, again, youtube.com/@symbol, IAMWADEHEINEMAN. And I have been in the shed here since about 5:30 this morning, 5:30 a.m. this morning, and I was parked at my parents' red and white barn home all night before that by myself. My cat Lucky has been in the vehicle with me over at my parents' and here today. He walks back and forth to these properties. He knows where I am. He'll come and find me. So that's the reality. He's a 10-pound white how outdoor cat, but he's just a normal house cat type, with short hair with a black splotch on his top of his head. He's about 10 to 12 pounds, depending on how much he's eaten recently and drank water recently. So I'm talking to a cat. It's a pet. It is not a human being. I'm fucking tired of repeating this. Why do I have to repeat it more than one time? I've had no intimate relations with anyone since 2015, 2016. That's it. And no sexual or physical contact since 2017. I have only ever had sexual contact with adult natural females. I want to make sure I say that correctly. Adult natural females, the only people I've ever had sex with. Signing off, Wade Allen Heineman. March 5th, 2026, after 4 p.m., getting close to 4:30.